Welcome to today's video. Today's video is about study note 2. We are starting study note 2 in this video. So the study note 2 is nothing but evaluation of risky proposals for investment decision. So why I have marked important mark for this risky proposal? Because there is this one difference between the study note 1 and study note 2. Okay, let us see what is meant by that. So this will help you to understand the techniques better and you won't forget it when it comes for examination or when it comes for your interview preparation or whatever. Study note 1 saw about capital budgeting technique. So under study note 1 there is the assumption that the investment proposals do not involve any risk and the cash flows of the project are known with certainty. But do you think it will be the scenario every time? No. Because this assumption is not correct. An investment proposal always comes with a risk because we don't know everything at the time of making a decision. So, this study note 2 covers the part which is considered as risk. So, the risk and uncertainties are covered under study note 2. So, we already studied under study note 1 there are certain decisions to be taken when we go for a project. So it is kind of a capital decisions is a dividend decision or a financial decision, but we haven't saw about any risk or uncertainty. But under this study note we will be seeing whenever we are going to choose a project there are certain risk. There may be a risk of not getting the expected cash flows, or there may be a risk of not getting the expected return, or there may be any market risk. So what happens in that case? At that time there are literally different types of techniques one can choose. So that kind of techniques is being considered under this study note. So what are the decision making will be impacted by the certainty or risk involved in the project or under uncertainty conditions. In simple words, the study note 1 is giving you the basic idea of how to select a project, whereas our study note 2 is an advanced techniques of study note 1 when there is a risk what you will be doing. So that kind of part will be discussed in our study note 2. Okay, let us go further and discuss what is meant by risk and uncertainty. So, the risk is nothing but the variability in terms of actual and the expected. What happens is, I just started to invest in a share. I thought at the end of this year I will be receiving a return of 10%, but actual comes to be 5%. Then that variation 10 minus 5 is considered as the risk. So by this equation or by this formula, risk is nothing but your expected return minus actual return. So risk is measured using standard deviation and coefficient of variation. We will be seeing what is meant by standard deviation and coefficient of variation detailedly in the upcoming videos, so don't worry. Okay, when we move to uncertainty, under uncertainty you won't be having any information to formulate the probability of your cash flows. Okay, so you won't be having any kind of data to know what is going to be my return. So in that case the whole situation is not known to you, so you cannot come with a decision at that time, right? So the conclusion that can be made here is the variability is less in risk than in uncertainty, because under risk we can able to assign probabilities and find the returns, whereas under uncertainty we cannot able to assign the probabilities, we cannot know the outcome of the event, so hence we cannot assign the probability and hence we don't know the variability, and thus variability is less in risk than in uncertainty. Okay guys, let us move to the techniques that are deal with risk and uncertainties in capital investment decisions. What are those? These can be divided into three types. The first thing is nothing but your statistical techniques. Second one is conventional techniques. And third one is other techniques which doesn't comes under these two techniques. The statistical technique is very simple. First of all, we will be seeing the probability. And secondly, we will be seeing standard deviation or variance. So standard deviation is nothing but your sigma, whereas variance is nothing but your sigma square. And third one is coefficient of variation. Under conventional method we will be seeing a risk adjusted discount rate. So in study note 1 we will be simply using the discount rate provided in the question. So if you remember, the discount rate is nothing but your weighted average cost of capital, which is being again found using a formula, cost of equity and cost of debt and all. But here what they say is your project doesn't comes without any risk. Since there is a risk, your discount rate should be adjusted with that risk. So hence this technique is being very popularly used. It is called as risk adjusted discount rate. And then certainty equivalent approach. So again another conventional technique called certainty equivalent approach. And when we move to other techniques, there will be the sensitivity analysis, scenario analysis, simulations, decision tree analysis, and finally we will be seeing the effect of inflation. So these are the three techniques we will be seeing, and very important to be noted is under standard deviation we will be seeing two models. One is Helios model and another one is Hens model. So yes, when it comes to that part I will be discussing it elaborately. So yeah, there are guys, there are three techniques. One is statistical technique, conventional technique and other technique. By covering all these techniques we will be concluding our study note 2. This is how the study note 2 is being beautifully arranged for you. So if you know the link between the study note 1 and study note 2, as I said, study note 1 is a basic idea of providing you with how to take a decision among the projects when there is no risk involved. And study note 2 is an advanced from study note 1, that they are adding what you will be doing if there is a risk or uncertainty. Simple, right?